Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the recently conquered town of Tamara's Fall. And Leonis de Grance, the leader of the empire with which we are at war, has bravely, and some would say foolishly, ridden out nearly by himself against Anya the City Feller. His rage must be so high at her having slain all of his best heroes that he cannot think straight, apparently, and perhaps he too shall fall to her mighty power. I'm Marcus Aurelius, and this is Age of Wonders 3, a roleplay campaign where you, the viewer, gets to make the decisions. And now, we have a decision to make. We're going to take down Leonis de Grance. He does have a flame tank, and a cavalier, I think, so it's not like this is going to be an easy army to take down. Alright, Frigoberto, what's your best play here? Force field would help one of our units greatly against the flame tank. That would only work on a non-mechanical unit, but it could be useful on a knight, perhaps. Stoning would help against anyone. Let's see what our scenario looks like. We have swords masters here, cavalry. So Satura, well, she does have monster hunters. Other than that, though, her range isn't very good. Let's take a look at this flame tank. So it blows up when it dies, just like the drones, so we have to worry about that. It has a really awesome flame attack. Armored, it's a volunteer. Heart of the Arctic. They say this is going to be a very, very likely victory, but we don't necessarily have any great advantages against his troops. Throw net. That actually might be helpful, except we can't reach them. The Cavaliers are rough. Long swordsman. I guess we're just going to put our melee troops in the front to get steamrolled. Then our cavalry will run out and flank. I don't want Satura anywhere near their charge. Our swords masters have proven themselves in the past. They will continue to do so. 3 to 4 times 3, that's not really worth it. .24 damage, that's not really a lot. If I cast this, it'll use... We'll get 2, well, okay. Let's keep our Griffin in kind of reserve to use tactically. I'm not sure what kind of range they have on this tank. It's making me nervous. Alright. Ball's near court, Leonis. Oh no, guarded by flames. Alright, he drew first blood. Swords masters. And they'll retaliate harshly because they have that spell on them. Alright, well we have no other choice but to take down this tank. Which we were able to do, but suffered a bit for it. Actually, not too much. Good job, guys. Alright, so these swords masters really do their thing. Well, I was trying to get you to kind of go around them, but whatever. Oh, dang it. I didn't see they were going to do that. But now we can finish them off. Alright, the knights are done for. Let's see if we can take out Leonis. He's pretty strong. 65 hit points. These guys have a massive retaliation. They're going to kill whatever they go against. Maybe we can... Yeah, let's try to... Well... Six... Nah, it doesn't really help. Smite? 30 damage. That's actually pretty good. Well... Let's see what they do. Alright. Well, we're suffering casualties, but not too incredibly bad. Monster Hunters, let's... Oh, no, we're not... They can do nothing against him. Like, their ranged attack is useless. Satura's might be better. Nah, 3 to 4 times 3. Let's see if it gets any better. Yeah, 9 to 13 times 2. Alright. And he's bleeding. Let's see if we can't flank him. Okay, that wasn't the plan. Plan was to flank him. But, hey, do what you guys want. Alright, Anya. Let's show Leonis what the day is. Done. I like these Swordsmasters, though. They really do good work. To 9. They can take it. Come on. $10 to 14. Griffin, you've got this. You've got this, Griffin. Done. Leonis has fallen to the might of Anya. But we paid for it. We lost a unit of cavalry, and a gold level monster hunter, and a long swordsman. Tier 1s, though, and we took out all that incredible stuff. That was worth it. And now Leonis is down. He has no magical support. Let's just do this. Where are we? Okay. We could bring down Satura. Well, no. Alright. Actually, you know what? You guys join Anya. And Satura, let's go back for reinforcements. Alright. Good work, everyone. Mariners. Okay, another unit of cavalry. Here's Narvik. Let's try to put all of our troops together here. Although no one's guarding Geldorf. Interesting. Let's just put some monster hunters there. Settlers? I think we decided we're going to go up here. So what do we have? Okay, so we have another library here. There's actually room here for 2 cities if we really wanted. I don't know, or one just right here in the middle. More monster hunters. Stay where you are. With Leonis down, I mean, this is our chance. They're not attacking Druze. They're just kind of hanging out. It's so interesting. Let's just keep an eye on the situation. Builders are going to stay where you are. Alright. Ignatius is going to hang out here. Oh, I was like, where did Frigoberto go? There he is. This is going to be a bloodbath. But we'll see. We shall see. Horse archers. Alright. Let's see what Leonis does. Well, Leonis isn't going to do much of anything because he's currently dead. But there's a Juggernaut. So, he's been using his time wisely. He has a tier 4 massive unit here. Huh. Versus our scout. It's a bit of an overkill, wouldn't you say, Leonis? Let's just take a look at this monstrosity. Flee. Alright, what do we got? It can ram. It can fire a mortar that does 19 physical and 19 fire damage. It can fire a broadside cannon, which does 25 damage to a 2-hex radius. Wall crushing, tree crushing, reinforced, armored. 100% blight and spirit protection, but is weak to shock. Okay, interesting. Well, we never thought this war was going to be easy. I'm just hoping I can maybe win the battle by not letting him hit us. I think there's like a 6-turn limit. But we're kind of trapped here in the corner. Alright, that was pretty rough. But he only has one of them. Wanderer's Way is set up here. It's a relatively safe city, I'd think. But it does need some guardians. Let's... Well... 2 Civic Guard, just to watch it. And then we'll get stone walls. Geldorf. Geldorf. Cavaliers. Geldorfian Cavaliers. 3 turns of waiting, though. No. We need Swords Masters. They're pretty tanky. They do a good job. Alright, Aurelia did build the things. Now we need the Oracle. Or, I'm sorry, the Adventurers Guild, which will lead to a patent office and a human daredevil. It only takes 1 turn. Let's do it. Tamara's Fall. Definitely needs a stone wall. And we're going to do this thing. Or not, because Frigoberto can't reach the city. Well, let's at least keep everybody together. That way, if they attack us, we can fight back with all 3 armies. Narvik's on the way to help as well. I don't want him to board the city, though, because if they attack him, then it'll only be him and Preston. I want them to be forced to attack the 3 of them. Some mounted archers to help. And they just left Druze alone. This is so interesting. But I'm still afraid to invest money in something that we could possibly lose. Mariners, can you see anything? Alright, they're like flying away. Are they from the... Oh, they're from this thing. I see. Alright, let's tentatively assume that Drew's is able to be defended, but we're not going to risk Gaspard. We're going to have him get some experience. Yeah, we'll send the Mariners with them. We could take this relatively easily. Andrews, yeah, we're just going to produce merchandise. Doesn't look like we're going to need the Giants anyway. Alright, you guys are going to hang out. Preston, you're just going to wait. Tier 1s, though, I don't like it. Let's see. Dread Siege. The lands around the target enemy city tremble. Yeah. It's a good one. Monster Hunter, you're going to actually guard the city. Another Letician Horse Archer. The last Spartan is doing a very good job getting troops out in a timely basis. Okay, Anya. You just need to relax. Heal up. Those Swords Masters, though, are exceptional. Ah, yes. New city soon to be founded. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, so I guess like right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's eventually going to connect to Heraldo. Say maybe a little higher, maybe up here. Go to the city. Okay. It's not gonna fight off bone dragons, but it'll do okay. Alright, you guys join the party. You actually help guard Geldorf. Alright, so Tura's gonna head back. Actually, she could just take these guys. And that Horse Archer. That'd be a full army. We researched Conqueror. Ignatius leveled up. Dread Siege is ready to cast. The Summer of Love in Stoicana. What does that mean? The city grew with 2320 population. Good work. Alright, let's cast it. Excellent. Alright. Steadfast Ward. Trail running. Let's get more mana. I want something that'll affect our whole empire, not just something I have to cast on people. So their morale is tanking here. Ignatius. I don't even know where he is. Let's see. Starblade's army. Friendly units at target location within a 1 hex radius gain inflict shocking. That's pretty good. Cosmic Spray is also pretty good. Arcane Binding. All units in the hero's army gain +1 spiritual defense. That's pretty good too. Let's do that. And then break control, I guess. Alright, Aurelia. Patent Office. Heraltisane. I wonder... It could help us in other ways here. Like by research. Yeah, let's get a laboratory. Stoicana has the walls. Perfect. Enchanted armory. And the stables. Perfect. Alright, so... let's get the enchanted armory out. Then we'll start producing some defenders. What we're definitely going to want is the... after the barracks, we're going to go with the Veterans Hall. So we can have Cavaliers and Swordsmasters. Drew's is just hanging out. I guess it's safe now. I guess we could start building something. Stone Quarry will give us 20 additional production. That's not bad. And it's cheaper. Like, we are starting to lose money a little bit. And these are all very expensive. Stay where you are. Alright. Let's see, Frigoberto. Here we go. This is going to be like the biggest battle of the era. And of course, their walls are on fire. They have no magic because Leonis is down. What would hurt them the most? They have Sheena. Oh, they have bad morale. Of course they have bad morale. I did that on purpose. Alright. We're going to take casualties, but let's just be aggressive. Archers. They'll probably waste their priest's turn healing them. Berserkers are just going to run right through the fire. They don't care. They're berserkers. We'll send the priest to kind of keep an eye on them. What are these guys? Archers? Okay. Yeah, Icara, we probably don't want you standing at the front of the battle line. I don't know if it's necessarily the best place for you to be. Swordsmasters. Backed up by cavalry. Mounted archers, I should say. And Ignatius, yeah, let's get all of our heroes relatively close together to keep an eye on them, keep them safe. They can just hang out here. Alright. Preston. Yeah, we'll move him over here too. Our main goal is just to keep our heroes alive. I don't even care if we lose the battle, as long as our heroes survive. I gotta watch out for this bell tower. Alright, surround the perimeter of target friendly city with fire. Enemy units moving through it in tactical combat suffer 8 fire damage for 6 turns of immolation. So 3 times 6. Whew, boy. We might not want to go through this wall. What other options do we have? Oh, Ignatius, my favorite little toy of his. 1624. That was nice. Okay, that was the bell tower. It didn't do too much. Alright, we have to decide if we're going to suffer the fire to be able to take out a few of their units quickly. Good. Their bad morale is not going to be serving them in good stead, but the robotic units don't care about morale. Alright. What we need is to move our ranged units within close distance. If we could take out the heroes. 75 of 80. That's not too bad. Cavalry. I wish there was a way we could dispel this. Archers. No. Not so useful. Let's just go berserk. You know, that could have been worse. I mean, it didn't seem that bad. Nice. But you know what? It's going to continue to burn them, right? Or they're not immolated, or are they? I can't tell. No, they're not immolated. Alright, well, screw it. Alright, but you guys really have to walk through 2 of them? Can't we do this kind of intelligently? There we go. Berserkers doing something intelligently. That's funny. Oh, the priest can reach her. Let's do it. Alright. Let's get these guys in place, at least. And let's see if we can't use some of our heroes' ranged abilities. What does she have backing her up here? Archers. Okay, they can take out Ignatius. I have to be careful. Let's show her the chicken. Nice. Alright, Frigoberto is actually more expendable, believe it or not, than any of the heroes. Because he can't technically die. 3 to 4. 1 times 2. That might poison her. Nope. Alright, Icara. Icaras have to be really careful. Actually, is she in range of the archers? I don't want them to be able to take her. Castigate. Punishes target enemy unit from afar with bolts of fire and ice. Sharp bolts 11. So these are kind of the same, except for this one has fire and ice, this one has magic, or lightning. So this would do 1 to 2 and 1. This would do 2 to 3. Eh. And Preston. Preston only has 60 hit points? I think I forgot about that. Of course, now since I moved everybody, I can't cast any spells. That was a bad tactical error on my part. Alright, knights. Let's put you in a place where you could do some good. And maybe draw some fire, too. Cavalry. Same thing. Monster Hunter. Alright. Oh, these ones are immolated, it looks like. What does that mean? 2 turns of 3... we'll do what we can. That bell tower is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Berserkers are taking it pretty hard. And that's the end of them. Yeah, keep fighting Frigoberto. Ooh, musketeers. Wow. They do some pretty rough damage. Wow, this battle's going to bring this episode out pretty far. Alright. Monster hunters are engaged. They're not going to do much good against the golems. They'll do good against her, though. Alright, berserkers. Let's take out the golems. Shoot, they got immolated. Oh well. And priests. Do you have to be touching the unit? Yes, you do. Damn. And she exploded upon death. Wasn't expecting that one, but hey, whatever. More berserkers. Let's get them out here to help their brethren. Alright. Well, that gives us a way in. Still on fire, though. Monster hunters. You know what? Let's just go hunt some people. Why do they have bad morale? Oh, no, the enemies had bad morale. Okay. Hey, guys. Hello. Nice. Alright, Icara, we need to get you some experience. So how about you take out this lady? No, you weren't able to do it. That's too bad. I guess in your place, we'll have Frigoberto do it. And both heroes are down. Alright. Let's take out those musketeers. Swordsmasters get through the gate. I guess we'll just wait. I'm not going to have them stay in the flaming tile. Alright, good. They're down. These are the Heraltisane ones, aren't they? They're doing a lot of good damage. I don't even know who's moved and who hasn't yet. Okay, yeah, you're fine. Stay where you are. I guess you too. Preston. Let's poison blade their archers. Excellent. Good job, Preston. That was good. Berserker can't do anything. Swordsmasters. Are there actually any units anywhere left? Just the automatons. Good, they resisted the immolation. Well, the knights are holding their own. Wait, how could automatons have bad morale? Meanwhile, the berserkers are on fire. Wow, I have to keep these guys alive. I have to keep them alive. They'll last not too much longer. Come on. Take these guys out. Alright, priests, I'm sorry. I'm gonna light you on fire. Because you have to heal these guys. Excellent. Okay, they're still alive. Everybody's kind of hanging in there. Berserkers, finish them off. Nice. Okay. Okay, what do we got? Monster hunters. Take the first shot. Knights. Alright. Icara. Well, we'll give you a chance. All right. And that was that. That was just a flawlessly executed battle. We only lost 1 unit of berserkers. And they were a level 1 berserker. They weren't even experienced. That's all we lost in the whole battle. What with bell towers firing at us and walls on fire. And we took out 2 heroes. We took out automatons. That was a fantastic victory. Wow. This is probably the best victory right now that Aurelia's even seen. That is amazing. And that is where we shall end, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I am Marcus Aurelius. This is Age of Wonders, a roleplay campaign where you, the viewer, gets to make the decisions. And next episode will be a council episode. So once again, thank you for watching. Have a good one.